Okay, guys, you know what time it is. Sorry. It's time to rank all the MCU films. Wait. So let's get a move on. Come in 20 second places in Thor the Dark World. Again, it's just bland for me. I just think it's just mediocre. It's not like it's a bad superhero film, and it's not one of the worst, but it's just so mediocre. The tone shifts. It doesn't know what it wants to be. If it wants to be, a buddy comedy, if it wants to be, Lord of the Rings style epic, it wants to be, grounded and on Earth. So it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Hence why from the MCU, I want films that are actually that are on this level, and this is also has the most forgettable villain and the most forgettable action and the most forgettable plot. And other than Thor and Loki, some of the most forgettable characters. Coming 21st place would be Iron Man 2. Again, for me, it has a bunch of plot lines that don't really that none of them are bad, and I don't mind having a lot of plot lines as long as they all fit together and are all fully established. But here they have a bunch of good plot lines. Like I'm not mad that they have a bunch of plot lines, but they don't fit, or not that they don't fit, but they don't really establish them. They're like, oh, Whiplash is in this film and it gets picture entertainment when he's there at the beginning, and then you forget about him because he's pretty much absent through the middle part, and that's where they introduce all these other plot lines about Justin Hammer and Howard Stark and Pepper and setting up Avengers, and Black Widow's in this film, and Pepper's in this film, and Happy Halloween's in this film, and Nick Fury's in this film. It's like you don't really totally get it. But coming in 20th place is Incredible Hulk. Again, it definitely is like the black sheep of the MCU, obviously, because it has Edward Norton in the league, and he doesn't return, and it feels really distant. The CGI for the Hulk's different, and Abomination, but it's not that bad. Like, obviously, I don't like how Hulk looks comparatively to like if you compare that Hulk to Professor Hulk, there's a big gap. But yeah, but it doesn't get credit for a lot of the things it does accomplish. But it doesn't accomplish that much, and I don't care for Betty Ross, and Thunderbolt Ross is, I guess, it's fine because he's the only established character other than the Hulk. Abomination's good, so there's not everything. It's not like this is the worst film of all time, and this is horrible. No, it's a good movie. Just it's not something that kind of rides on what we've already established in Iron Man, and it's definitely the black sheep of the MCU. And I'll stay there. But coming in 19th place is Thor. I never liked this film. I never liked it. It's not as bad as mediocre as those other films, and never doesn't make as much missteps. But I just thought it was bland. Those films are kind of this to me just feels bland. I think, again, I don't hate Thor and Loki and Odin, but I just think I don't like Jane, and I don't like Eric Selvig's not to put him in as one of the main characters, which he is. I didn't care for Jane's friend Darcy. I didn't care for, and so I don't like that Earth. The humor is fine, but everything else, the relationship between Jane and Thor, I did not believe, and I did not want. Literally, they spent the majority of the movie on Earth and have literally this film nearly feels actionless. There's no action in the middle portion, and let's comedy ride that. I think comedy's got so much better in the MCU comparatively. If you watch that film and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Thor Ragnarok, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, then even Endgame. So it's you really, really that just doesn't correspond. But coming in the 18th place is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I know so many people love it, but to me, I did not like ego as the main villain. I put it in quotations because he's really only a villain in like the last act. For the middle act, it's just a character exploration, weird humor, and exploring this world and figure like I didn't like the whole twist that turns out, hey, Peter Quill is actually like a god, and I'm like I loved him in Guardians of the Galaxy because he was actually relatable. Like he actually was the only human, and it kind of made it sense. But then you figure out he's about 100 step sisters and brothers. It's like, holy hell, man! Jeez, you made a great character like overpowered, which makes no sense because I loved him as a human. And it's like I just didn't what. I mean, I think that's enough said, and I don't like the Golden Girls. I'm just gonna call them. Is it like the Sovereign Union? I'm just gonna call them the gold. Those gold girls, and then they teased Adam Warlock, so I guess he got that for it. But yeah, I really liked it. 17th place is Captain Marvel. The tone's pretty off. I mean, I like the film. From here on out, it's not bad movies. It's just movies that I'm bland. Not bland, but here in the middle, I'm mixed on. In this middle portion, I'm so mixed on. So I genuinely don't know what to do with it because I'm because I want to like it. I want to like it. But there's just this aspect where I'm just I don't know what that is. Is it the performance? I love Nick Fury and Agent Coulson and the de-aging. It's perfect in this film. But there's just something off about Brie Larson and the world they established in this film in the 90s era that just, I don't know. I like the twist, though. No further. Kite's 16th place is going to be Ant-Man. The original Ant-Man. Now, I know people love this film. And personally, I'm a big fan of the MCU. So from here on out, all these films, I highly enjoy. So it's not like I'm really crapping on this film. It's more like I'm semi-crapping on this film. But I'm not going into a full rant on this film because there's nothing I really hate. It's just smaller scale and kind of rips off Iron Man 1 with the villain, which is beyond formula. Again, the MCU is pretty formulatic, but that's kind of the charm of it. But this just feels like a complete ripoff. And you already have it in the MCU, and personally, I think it's done better. So no need. But other than that, hilarious. And this is one of those movies where I'm you watch Thor, and then you watch this one, and you see the difference comedy-wise. And yeah, the cast is great. Paul Rudd's great. It's literally him as a superhero. But yeah. Got a few issues. Coming in 15th place is gonna be Doctor Strange. I really like this one. Don't think I hate this one, but again, not a lot riding on it. I think. I mean, I love it. I love the visual flair. Yeah, I think that's the word. The visual aspect of kind of looks Inception-like, which I've recently saw it. I mean, as far as do I get that film? Well, why are we talking about Inception? But it looks like it. That whole kind of great visuals, and that's probably the best part is that great visuals. And I just thought Benedict Cumberbatch literally fits in this role perfectly. He's one of the greatest castings. This and Infinity War. He works in this film, and he's kind of funny in this role. Surprisingly, you do buy that he's a doctor, so that too. But next up in 13th place would be Iron Man 3. People hate this film, but I mean, the twist, I guess they kind of gave up like probably like an A villain for like kind of like a B villain. But I don't really care. I'm like not really a big comic book fan. I mean, I know what happens in like the comics, but like I still have hope for the movie. But at the same time, I don't mind Ultron for killing it as a villain. And come on, you guys, you don't have to say that the third act was awesome. And I do like, this is so like this film seems so focused on Tony Stark. And you explore his inner demons, and you explore why he can't sleep at night, and it connects all the other films that Tony Stark's been in. And I do think it wraps up the MCU wraps up Iron Man's arc in the first 3 films pretty nicely, to say the least. But coming in 11th or 12th place is Captain America: The First Avenger. I really like this. I feel like people don't like this one, but I thought it. Like, people are like, they're about World War II, but I don't think that World War II is the appeal. I think it's about see this guy Steve Rogers grow and change and evolve and turn into a super soldier, and then all he wants to do is save the world and do his part for his country. And you see that from the start as he's a skinny boy, and then he says, yeah, he just starts off his trilogy so nicely. And I love the way it's so emotional. Like you gotta give it credit for like being like one of the most emotional films in the MCU, and that's pretty undeniable. But coming in 11th place is to be Black Panther. This film just deals with serious themes and pulls it off. It has great emotions, a great depth to it, a great weight to it, and I love Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman in the role. And it's weird because Killmonger is one of the most relatable and rootable villains, because you get where he's coming from, and they establish his backstory just as much as you establish Black Panther's. And yes, Shazam ripped it off. Shazam ripped it off. I will tell you that. Now that you just got me thinking about how they kind of did that with Shazam's villain, but it didn't work. It did not work the same way it did with Black Panther. But coming in 10th place would be Thor Ragnarok. Hilarious. I love the Revengers, which is what they called. I think Thor, I don't know who said it, but someone said that they were the Revengers, which are Thor, Hulk, Valkyrie, and Loki. Buy it, love it. This was by far the best Thor film, and probably not by far, but probably the best Thor's ever been, other than maybe Infinity War. Maybe Infinity War, but they're kind of tied. But I just love the humor. I love Talking Hulk. I love Hulk and Thor's fight. I love Loki. It takes everything, the good elements of the other Thors, bring them in with the mix of sprinkled in Doctor Strange and the Grand Master and Valkyrie. Makes a perfect mix for a pretty perfect movie. Not to mention, Hela is an awesome villain. But coming in 9th place is the Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Or the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry, I have to look at my phone because I have my entire list on there. Sorry, because I can't always remember. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, probably the funniest movie in the MCU. And I just love the ensemble mix of a talking tree, a talking raccoon, a human music 80s encyclopedia, the daughter of Thanos, and a musclehead who doesn't get figurative light and sarcasticness, which is literally what Rocket is. Literally everything. He's sarcastic. Drax doesn't get it. Rocket only, they just make Groot. Only could say I'm Groot. Peter Quill is taking charge, and Gamora is just a kick-ass lady who just watches it all happen. And this ensemble makes the Guardians of the Galaxy great. A really great film with great emotion and great action. I think Ronan Cruiser does. I mean, he's kind of a bland villain, but not a the worst villain, so he's still a good one. So yeah, you got that good. It really is good. It really is good. Coming in 8th place, Sweet Homecoming. I just love this. Truly a high school interpretation of Spider-Man Homecoming. As someone who's not in high school, but like gonna be in high school, makes it relatable for me, and it makes it relatable for the audience and for the viewers. And there's a lot of touches that don't happen in these other interpretations of Spider-Man, but happen in this one. And I love, seeing the world, being a superhero from a high school's perspective, with his high school friends, with high school problems, and yes, with great twists and great villains. So it has everything great from other MCU films, with that, kind of nuance that brings with being a high schooler. So yeah, and I loved in Tony Stark, sprinkling in with Tony Stark, it was also pretty cool. So yeah, that too. But coming in 7th place would be Iron Man, the movie that started all. Is one of the best. Is one of the best, and by far deserves to be on this list. Sorry, a little sick. So yeah, a little sick. But yeah, because of its awesomeness, and because of its awesomeness, because it just sets the MC format. If you watch it after, if you don't watch it the order it came out, it seems like it's pretty formulaic. But no, it started the formula. It started the MC formula, and it's just awesome. Everything about this film. It just it just fills with awesomeness. So I really do enjoy all these films. But coming in 6th place is gonna be The Avengers. The Avengers. Probably one of the greatest ensembles of all time. Just bringing heroes from all corners of the MCU so far that had been at that point, and colliding them together to make a great ensemble. This movie gets better after you see Endgame. I tell you, 100% it gets better. And I watched that Endgame. Did I watch this film? I love it. I love it. The reason why it's only at 6th place is because I said I had my problems with the middle part on the helicarrier, but also that these 5 films are just awesomer to another level. Awesomer is not level, just awesome to another level. But yeah, coming in 5th place is me, Age of Ultron. I know people don't like this film. I know. I get the reasons. But I don't think it's that confusing to me. For me, as a view, I don't think it's that confusing. Number 2, it takes everything I love about the Avengers and does it better with more things added to it and works. And then I don't have problems with Ultron because I think I get where he's funny from, because he's not made by Hank Pym. I get, if you told me that, maybe I won't get the humor, but he's not. He's made by Iron Man in this version. Deal with it. So the humor, it comes from the fact that Tony Stark's pretty hilarious. And you definitely buy that he's made from Tony Stark in that humorous sense. So I think the humor needs to stick, and did stick, and I liked it. But coming in 4th place is to be the Russo Brothers 4. And that's what I'm going to call them. The Russo Brothers 4. It's so amazing how the Russo Brothers made 4 films. And usually when things make 4 films in a franchise that's more than 4, and all 4 of them are your 4 favorite in that universe, then the Russo Brothers are doing something right. And they are doing something fantastically right. Because because Winter Soldier is 4, Infinity War is 3, Civil War is 2, and Endgame's 1. I'm just going to go through one sentence per each. So Winter Soldier, would just say great crime thriller with great characters, great actors, and just a great plot and great emotion. Infinity War, culmination of the first 10 years, not 11, 10 years of Marvel, and said some things really good for my number 1, and with great emotion and great stakes. But coming 2 is Civil War. Great ensemble cast. Everybody gets their moment to shine. And I love this film. Oh, and Captain America's at its best in this film. So is Iron Man. No. Okay. Screw, at that time. But Endgame is all around the best. All around the best. I tell you that. So what's my top 4 again? Winter Soldier 4, then Infinity War, then Civil War, then Endgame, because Endgame is the culmination of the first 22 films, 11 years, about 20 hours, and do they pull it off? Do they? Yeah. Not the first 20 hours. I'm sorry. The first 200, if they're 2 hours, let's say they're 2 hours long, majority, 2 times 22, right there, gets 44. More than 44 hours of the MCU spent to this film, and it pulls off fantastically. Check out more videos coming